give me ID.
If I had a wallet or ID on me, I would give it to you.
This story is really, really telling. And what's happening in New York City, if you don't know, the gang called the NYPD has declared war on people who ride a bicycle in the city. They're targeting bicycle riders, they're pulling them over on their bikes, and often they're arresting them. This woman right here, who has done nothing wrong, is gonna be arrested, kidnapped from the street, and taken down to the dungeon. Watch and listen to her testimony here as she calmly, eloquently explains to you what's happening in New York City. If you didn't know, now you know.
Today, I was arrested by the NYPD and falsely accused on 3 violations, and I observed a power trip right before my eyes. If you are a person of color in New York, it does not matter how educated or successful you are, you will be seen as a threat by the New York Police Department.
I'm going to argue a point here, and forgive me because I know that people of color are racially profiled, but the cops are doing this to everybody. Now, she's going to say later that if she was a white blonde woman, this wouldn't happen to her. Respectfully, I disagree. Are minorities targeted more than white people? 100,000% yes. The statistics are glaring. But the NYPD gang is targeting anybody who rides a bicycle. Now, the reason why they target minorities more is number 1, because of racism, but number 2, because they know that minorities don't have the resources, the money to get a lawyer and sue them.
On Saturday, May 31st, today, I was biking to my yoga class that I booked with my sister. On the way there was a cop car right next to me near 3rd Avenue and East 5th Street. Their window was rolled down all the way and I made eye contact with them and chuckled. This is important in the story. I keep biking on the same street and we approach 2nd Avenue. We are at a red light. There was a giant puddle in the bike lane, so I move over to the right to avoid the puddle, and now I'm in front of the cop car at the red light. The light turns to green and I immediately hear their sirens go off. I thought they had like an emergency to go to. I keep biking in the bike lane, now heading to 1st Avenue where I was going to turn left and follow my GPS directions, but we approach a congestion zone. This is basically a very narrow street. There's cars parked on each side of the street. There's this one giant truck blocking the car path, so all the cars are in the bike path, right? I literally have nowhere to go. And then I turn around and see the cop cars behind me with their sirens going off. So I turn left on 1st Avenue. As I'm biking on 1st Avenue, a cop car swerves in front of me, and then I realize the sirens were for me. 2 officers get out of the car and start asking for my ID. I don't have an ID on me or any form of identification or even my wallet. I literally have nothing on me, just a tote bag with my yoga clothes and jeans that I had bought earlier with Apple Pay. I told them I don't have my ID, and they still keep asking for it. I asked why they stopped me, and this is what they said.
Why are you stopping me right now? I don't have an ID on me.
You see us with license sirens. You see multiple cars firing and you're always smiling.
If you don't produce an ID, you have to go to the precinct with us right now.
I'll walk that business cup right now. I do right now.
I literally
Stop
don't have
playing
anything.
the game.
Get off the bike.
Get off the bike. Refuse to identify yourself and give me ID.
If I had a wallet or ID on me, I would give it to you.
All you have to do is just merge to the side when you see a police car with lights and sirens.
I was in the bike lane. How was I supposed to move?
I'm an emergency vehicle. You saw me. You
There
lied.
was no space
Yes,
to
there was.
move.
You're not lying, man. You're not lying. You're on camera. You're not lying, all right? ID.
I don't have an ID on me.
ID. Tell me you have a wallet in there.
Do you want to check? Do you want to check?
I don't want. You tell me.
Look at all of these people.
ID right now. ID.
I don't have an ID on me, so take me to the precinct. Take me to the precinct.
So this is the craziest part right here. If you're not up to date on the police state, prison state, death state of these United States of America, what she doesn't understand is it's not just take me down to the precinct. It's put your phone down so there's no record of this and you can't call anybody. They're then going to put her arms behind her back and put her in torture cuffs. And what is her crime? What is the reason why they have to put her in torture cuffs and have to take her to the dungeon? Well, I'm not sure exactly. What's the violent crime? What's the danger of her being on the road on her bike? Why couldn't they just say, hey, be more careful, get the hell out of here? If she even needs to be corrected at all whatsoever by daddy government. But what she doesn't understand, because she probably hasn't been put in those torture cuffs before, is that when they say, okay, put your phone down, they're going to confiscate her phone so she can't call anybody. And then they're going to chain her up. They don't give her the opportunity to just walk over to the precinct where they go in and they fingerprint her, take an eye scan, and they know who she is. No. You have to be put in torture cuffs. That way you know that daddy government's the boss.
Phone down.
Take me to the precinct.
And look at what a butthurt pig this guy is. Put it in the comment section. Butthurt pig.
Put your phone down.
Put your phone down.
Put your phone down. Put your phone down.
I put my phone away in my back pocket and I let them handcuff me. They didn't read me my rights or tell me why I was being arrested, but I still followed their directions. They walked me to the precinct, which is conveniently right around the corner, shoved me through the door,
There's a dungeon on every corner.
and they tell me to sit in the chair. Then they ask me questions like my name, address, phone number. They take me to a jail cell and told me that if I can't remove the drawstring from my jeans, that they're going to forcibly remove them. I ruined my jeans to get the drawstring off, so I don't have to go against my religion and reveal my skin. Then I spend the next 2 hours in jail, and they keep asking questions to identify me, which I give them the answer. The male cop was extremely rude to me and kept saying I was lying, playing games, and pretending to be the victim. But I did everything they told me to do that was within my capacity. Despite no resistance, I was charged with 3 violations. Also on my tickets, they gave me a broken URL to plead guilty or not guilty to these charges. When I typed in the URL, it led to a 404 error page. I cooperated at every point possible. These charges felt more like a response to ego and not violence. The cops saw me chuckling and thought I was a threat. I asked both of them directly that if I were a blonde white girl, would you have brought me in? And that's when they stopped their body cam footage. This isn't just about my experience. It's about how resources are being used in the city. The NYPD budget is over $11 billion. We need to ask ourselves, is this the best use of our public funds? We deserve systems that prioritize safety. It's time we reassess how our police are funded. NYC can do better.
All the bootlickers are going to chime in and say that you didn't comply. You didn't give them your license. And remember, she was arrested for turning and looking at the cops and laughing because the cops in this country are a joke. And if you're one of them, look at what you joined. Look at how your friends and family reacted to what you did. Now, you might be in a bootlicking family where everybody's like, oh yeah, my brother's a pig. But let me just tell you something. The overall sentiment of Americans in this country is that the cops in this country are scum. I'm sorry, but that's how we feel. When I drive down the road at night, I don't fear people robbing me and stealing from me, and I've been carjacked. Do you know what I fear the most when I drive down the road? The police. Do you know what I look out for the most? The police. Now, they gave her 3 citations. For what? For what? What did she get 3 citations for? She said she turned and looked at the cops and chuckled. That's her crime. That's her crime. And I'm going to say it again. I'm going to put pushback on this. They didn't do it to you because you're a minority or you're a person of color. They did it to you because you laughed at them. Look how incensed this pig is. Look how mad he is. Look at him. Look at that angry little man. Look how mad he is. And she is indifferent towards him. Look how mad he is. He's angry that he was laughed at because he's a parasite. He's a loser.
I don't have an ID on me. You see a license
Sirens on, you see multiple cars siren and you're always smiling at us.
He even admits it right there. You were smiling at us.
I don't have an ID on me. You see a license
Sirens on, you see multiple cars siren and you're always smiling at us.
If you don't produce an ID, you have to go to the precinct with us
This is
right
right there.
now.
I'll walk that person across right now.
He's so mad, he can't even articulate words. He's slurring his speech as he talks. He's demanding that he gets her ID. And I don't cut down guys for being short. I'm short myself. But this man has small man's complex.
Why are you stopping me right now?
ID right now, it's like crack for them. They have to get your ID to put you in a database.
I don't have an ID on me. You see a license
Sirens on, you see multiple cars siren and you're always smiling at us.
Did you understand anything he just said? Because I didn't, other than you're smiling at us. So he was being laughed at for being the parasite G.I. Joe loser that he is.
Produce an ID, you have to go to the precinct with us
This is
right
right
now.
there. I'll walk that person across right now. I do right now.
I literally
Stop
don't have
playing the
anything.
game.
Get off the bike.
Get off the bike. This is into I
Stop playing a game. She's playing a game because she doesn't have her identification on her. It's a game.
identify yourself and give me ID.
If I had a wallet or ID on me, I would give it to you.
All you
have to do is just merge to the side when you see a police car with lights on siren. I was in the bike lane.
Doesn't
How was
matter.
I
I'm in
supposed
a-
to move?
I'm an emergency vehicle. You saw me. You
There
laughed
was
at me.
no-
You laughed.
I was in an emergency vehicle. You saw me and you laughed at me.
Yes, it was. You're not lying, man. You're not lying. You're on camera. You're not lying, all right? ID.
I don't have an ID on
ID.
me.
Tell me why I'm a wallet in there.
Do you want to check? Do you want to
I
check?
don't want. You tell me.
Look at all of these.
Look at all the cops on the scene. Look at all the beta males. Look at them all. These guys show up on the scene to get her because she laughed at them.
These people.
ID right now. ID.
I don't have an ID on me,
Okay,
so
go
take me
ahead.
to the
Let's
precinct.
go. Okay, come.
Take me to the
Put your
precinct.
phone down.
Put your phone down.
Put your phone down. Put your phone down.
And then this poor young woman is led to believe that it's racism the reason she got arrested for no good reason. She was arrested because she laughed at them. If it had been a blonde girl, if it had been a white man, if it had been a middle-aged Jewish guy, and they turned and laughed at the dirty pigs in this country, they would have arrested them.